So is the new JZX like auto or what?
Yeah, it's auto, 1J car. The thing's got like beat paint, but it's.
Is it dark green?
No, it's silver.
Okay.
Interesting.
But
They always look black online, but they're like a really dark green.
mm-hmm.
Which I don't know. Someone just told me they didn't come in black, and I was like, they
Yeah,
all look black.
they all come in that super dark green.
But
Okay, I
that's
didn't know
sweet.
that.
You said auto?
Yeah, it's just an
Okay.
auto car. It's nothing crazy.
No, that's fine. I was just in Scottsdale, Arizona for Barrett Jackson, but they had this like huge meet, and there was like 3 JZXs there. It seemed like all these dudes got them at like the same time or something, but they're all auto, like Crustas or something.
Yeah.
They were talking about. Does a Cresta have a 1J? Because I know they're all like different. I don't know my Toyotas.
It'd be the
big
NA,
time.
wouldn't it?
Some of them have a 1J, I think. I think they like JZXs, where
Yeah.
like some are that weird Toyota 6-cylinder NA thing.
The IS300 motor car, I'll call it.
And they come in diesel, too.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Some of the
JZX,
taxis
yeah.
are diesels too. I saw
that'd be
someone
sick.
importing one that was diesel.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. That's an option.
Deal.
Dude, we need a diesel KA.
Yeah.
You know
Imagine.
the hard body had a dually option. Julian Dravick was looking at D21s, and I sent him one that was like somewhat local that was dually.
Isn't
like,
it
hard body.
isn't it the Miata 1.8 that uses
Yeah.
like the same block
I
as a
just
diesel?
learned that the other
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
There's like a diesel
can-
in
yeah,
like
diesel
Russia
variant,
or
yeah.
some shit.
And you can
Dude, I
That's
didn't know
even
that.
better.
But let's fucking do it, dude. I want
Yeah.
a roll goal on the track.
And you literally, it's like you buy the cam from Russia and it makes it like a 1.7 diesel. And
Yeah.
it's like done. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
I wanna do
I
this.
I must have saw the same video
Yeah.
you saw on it. and
Yo,
I was
Diesel
like,
swap the Miata.
I'm totally down.
Fuck the E85 swaps.
It would be so slow.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Don't run the
Yeah.
It
85.
would make
just
like
run
a
diesel.
whopping like 60 horsepower, I bet.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Dude,
It would cut
it's
it
not
in
about
half.
horsepower. It's all that torque, man.
Yeah.
Diesels make torque.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude,
You're
I
ripping
just-
third gear soon.
I just saw 6-speed Miata Trans for sale on Facebook for like $1,500.
Dude, they're
in
stupid.
Yeah,
Ontario.
the 6-speed Miatas are, it's...
Like, that's
They're easy
great.
dumbed down
For a
here.
Miata
People-
transmission?
People are selling them for like 1,100 down here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It's like
Just the
it's-
trans?
Yeah,
I
well,
got one in my
transmission.
garage.
Because the 6-speed
six-speed?
or
I
5-speed?
think so.
The 5 speeds aren't worth nearly as much.
Yeah.
No.
6 speeds are worth so much money because all the turbo guys run them because they're so much stronger.
Maybe
Well,
it's
Five
not a
speeds are
6-speed. I'll have to
glass
check.
after
Look into that.
250.
I'll have to check because I have
Some
there's
JZX
a
money.
random Miata trans in my garage just sitting there.
Corey's
Dude.
just sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. You don't need it. You don't have a Miata anymore.
No, we still have one.
You do?
Yeah.
Dude, I lost track, man.
Miata, S13, S14, soon the JZX. I have the Land Cruiser.
Civic.
There's an Outback in there. The Type R. I think that's it. And then Benny's car's in my garage right now too, so it's technically
Alessandro?
partially mine. No, Benny's JZ
Oh.
S14.
Oh.
I
Wait,
went-
Jay-Z?
Yeah, you've never seen the pink S14 that he
I
drives?
didn't know
around?
that was Jay-Z, though.
Yeah,
That's wild.
thing's rad.
I guess I see him, but, like, yeah, he's always with his car, but I've never seen his hood popped.
Yeah,
I hope he starts drifting. Is he planning to drift?
he's taken it to some events.
Yeah.
I don't know what he wants to do with it.
It's sick, though. I remember the first time I saw his car was at Carl's. And I think I had the Blitz 03s on it at the time. I really can't remember. I have a picture standing next
No,
to
probably his Minervas.
it. Yeah,
He's
it
got
was
some like
Minervas.
18 by 11 Minervas.
He's
on
got
that
some
thing.
sweet wheels, just like chilling.
Yeah, because
he's had them. Yeah,
He bought them all in 2012 for $40.
right.
And now he's got 6 Blitz 03s, and
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about being into cars
I bought my Serbs
10
from him.
years ago.
Dude, he's taking the longevity route here. He's got a FRS, but he's putting a KA in it,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
which is like, I think the move.
Yeah.
Because
And it's funny because last year I had the BRZ with the SR20 in it. Not running, but I was
Yeah.
in the same process. I bought a BRZ,
Oh, I
I
did
put
see
the
that.
SR20 in it, and I was going to do it. And then I realized, like, first I overpaid for a BRZ from auction. Like, I bought it, it said it ran, it was in a front end collision. I was like, all right, sick, I'll repair it, daily it when when I'm ready, when I'm bored with the Sylvia. then I'll do the SR swap. And it showed up and it was knocking like a fucking Jehovah's Witness. And I was like, all right, so I just bought a $7,000 rolling shell. That was crashed.
Right.
Nice.
And then I had an SR in it, and this was when SR prices were like up and up and up and up. And especially the all-white one, I was like, I'm sitting on an expensive engine here. I don't need to be like $15,000 into like the start of a project. I was like, I know I can do this cheaper. I want to do it, but it just doesn't work out. So sold the SR. Kid bought the SR off me for like about 7,500 Canadian, which is
Is that like what year though? Like 2020 or
Boom.
something like that, right?
yeah, this would have been 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like not at the peak, maybe like kind
It's,
of
No,
it's starting to go, right? It's
There's
starting to boom,
7,500
right?
US now.
Yeah.
with a
so
trans.
it was a lot more than I had into the engine. So I was like done. I found someone to buy the shell off me for about 7,000, which I had into it. So I was like done on that. I'm just gonna sit and wait. Did the Sylvia, painted the Sylvia, whatever, and then a local girl didn't realize her car had the most massive oil leak on earth, like timing cover, just all the way across the engine, just seeping oil down. Didn't realize. Sends me a video one day. My car is making this funny noise. She's doing like 120, and it's just knocking like crazy. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
yeah, that thing needs an engine.
And an FRS or something.
Yeah. So that's why I told her, she was like, oh, like, I don't know what to do. Should we part it out? I was like, honestly, like, you're going to be sitting on half of, like, you don't know how to part out. Like, it's not going to work. She was like, I just want to finance a new car. I still owe on this car. I was like, all right, like, what do you owe on it? She's like, oh, like, $3,300. I was like, look, we'll go to the bank tomorrow. I'll pay off your loan. You give me the car. You can just go and finance a new car. You have no loan on your record. And she said she finally agreed to it. Figured it was like, I was the one person that was like, all right, I have cash. Let's do this. So yeah, bought it.
That kind of works out though.
Yeah, $3,300, full car. Like she was literally driving it a few days before I bought it. Immediately, I know someone who buys cats. Sold the cats off it for $400, and I know a guy who buys blown FA20s to rebuild them. Sold the engine and trans for $1,000. So I was about $2,000 into
Sick.
the FRS rolling shell, and that's at that point I was like, obviously I'm going KA. I've been in love with the KA since I've been ripping the Sylvia. And I was like, I'm not going to go out and buy an SR again when I can just buy a KA. Well, not even buy, I have extra KA. So I was like, I just need another trans.
Yeah, you went out and bought all the local stuff.
Well, yeah, and then I was like, okay, well, I had the extra engine. And then I was like, all right, but if I am doing this, I'm going to have 2 KA cars. I need more KAs.
Yeah. So $400 later,
well,
you got
no,
8
so
motors,
okay,
right?
so like I go on Facebook and like, God damn it, it's hard finding a KA now. Like it used to be not easy. I'm sure it was easier the further you go back, but like still, you used to be able to post and be like, all right, I want a KA. Some guy's gonna be like, all right, give me a few $100, I'm gonna swap something else in and done. Mm-hmm. Now it's like I went on Facebook, there was one guy selling 2 KAs, like rattiest looking KAs, sitting in an open carport, worth like one picture, just the worst description, and he wants $800 for one and $1,200 for the other, and I'm like, I want these KAs, but not at that. So I messaged him. I lowballed him. I was like, yeah, I'm at like maybe $600-700 for both. And he's like, no, like I can't do that. And I was like, all right, like, what do you need? You need trades. Like, you got to need something. And he's like, oh, well, I'm actually selling these engines for my son, but he's building his S13. I can ask him if he needs anything. Turns out his son, I don't know the full story here. I'm hearing what I'm hearing from his dad. Sounds like to me he bought a front wheel drive SR20. And didn't quite realize.
He messed up.
So he told me he's in search of a rear-wheel drive SR cylinder head. I'm not in a position to tell him that that's not going to work out. I'm just going to let him do it. If he wants a rear-wheel drive cylinder head for an SR, that's on me. I'll find it for him.
Yeah.
So I knew my buddy had one. Messaged him, yo, how much do you want for the cylinder head? He's like, honestly, like, I know SR prices are crazy. Tried to meet him in the middle. I gave him $600 for an SR cylinder head and a couple other like SR bits or whatever. And then just told the KA guy, and I was like, I got this SR cylinder head, straight trade me both engines. And he's like, so you're telling me you want to trade a cylinder head for 2 full engines? And I was like, hey, go look at the SR prices right now. I pulled up a couple eBay ads, found an S13 SR head on eBay for like $1,500 US, and I was like,
oh my God.
I don't care. You can look at it apples to oranges, whatever you want.
Yeah.
These are the prices. That's that. And I was like, if you want to try and find another SR cylinder head somewhere, go right ahead. And he's like, honestly, let's just do it. And sure enough, yeah. So go to his house, and I should have expected the worst situation of my life. They were exactly what I thought. They're in an open carport. they were tarped, whatever. Okay, the engines weren't too damaged, but I was like, all right, I wanted to compression test these, make sure they're like somewhat, like I'm still, even though $600 isn't a lot, I'm like, it's still
Some
$600.
coins.
Yeah,
Like I want to
check
see,
or
I want to make
something,
sure they're
right?
somewhat alive. So I go and both these engines are sitting on wooden crates. I'm like, all right, it's dark, no light, cold as fuck, like cold as all hell. This was just a few weeks ago. So I go, start pulling the plugs out of the first engine, fucking lift it up, get the starter bolted on, flywheel bolted on. Flywheel took forever because it's just a pain in the ass, whatever. So that took me like 40 minutes by the time I'm like ready to compression test this thing. Pull the plugs out, throw the compression tester in cylinder 1, bump it over, it hits 170. I'm like, all right, sick, good call. Go to unthread the compression tester, fucking just keeps spinning. So how they're fucking, it's pressed in, the brass fittings pressed onto the line, just kept spinning, wouldn't unthread. So I'm like, I've tested one cylinder out of 2 engines, and I'm like, I can't do this blind. So thankfully, it was only like 6:30ish at night. You guys have Harbor Freight, but we have Princess Auto, which is Canada's Harbor Freight. And I was like, all right, I'm going to have to go find the nearest one, go buy a compression tester. Thankfully, there was one like 15 minutes away. Went, bought a compression tester. I'm like, all right, we're good. Like the night's saved, saved it. Compression test the rest of the first engine. It's all good. 170 all across. I'm like, all right, we're healthy.
Wow.
I'm like, let's wheel this one out and put it in the truck, save ourselves, a little bit of time. Go to roll it out. He starts lifting up his cherry picker, hook it up to the engine, lifts the cherry picker like tiny little bit off the wood crate, stops. Nothing. No pump, nothing at all. It's not lifting it. He's like, oh man, it just worked the other day. I just lifted this engine. I'm like, fuck, like now I'm pissed because I'm like, I've been here for 2 hours. I had to go meet someone else. I just want to put these damn engines in the truck.
Sure.
And like I'm trying to MacGyver it. I'm with a 50-year-old guy. We're not lifting an iron block KA like fully assembled.
heavy.
Yeah, we're not lifting that onto no truck. So I'm pissed now. I'm like, fuck, even if we would have realized this an hour ago, I could have bought you a new cylinder for the cherry picker while I was at Princess Auto. Like I literally would have done that if I knew it could have got the trucks into the engine. Yeah, so now I'm in Toronto, 4 hours away from my house. This was supposed to be like a one-night trip, meet someone, buck back home, 4 hours again. So like, I'm pushing it.
4 hours is fine.
I'm like, I start calling all my friends I know in Toronto. I'm like, who's got a cherry picker? Who's near me? Who's got a cherry picker? My buddy Richie, I don't know if you would ever watch this. Shout out Richie. Called him. He was about a half hour away in a place called Richmond Hill. He was like, yeah, I got the cherry picker, but I was like, fuck, like, if I have to go get the cherry picker, I'm going to drive half an hour there, half an hour back. That's an hour. And then have to drive it back to him to drop it off and then go the opposite direction to meet this other guy for the KA trans I was getting. So I was like, this is not going to fucking work. I'm going to be here all night. And then he was like, yo, honestly, fuck it. I'm dropping everything. I'm coming to you right now. So shout out to that, bro.
Shout out Richie.
Yeah, fucking, and he's got a sick Land Cruiser too. He fucking throws the fucking cherry picker and the Land Cruiser comes out. I was pissed at this point. Like when Richie was on the way, I told the guy, I was like, I need gas, I need food, I need to leave. You're pissing me off. I just got to go for a bit. So I left. Richie actually made it there before me, and thankfully Richie was smart enough. He realized that like just the cylinder was fucked up, so he just took the cylinder off his cherry picker, threw it on this one. Fucking thankfully lifted right up, threw the engines in my car. We went and got, there's a 24/7 steakhouse right by that guy's place. Went and got some nice T-bones. And yeah, that's the story of how I bought the 2 last KAs in Ontario.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's
For right now at
hilarious.
least. Yeah. So, and how I also lowballed my way into them because I ain't paying $1,000 for a KA.
No
No,
way,
not a
dude.
chance. Yeah.
COVID didn't make them any better.
No.
There's still just as many, dude.
No, it's horrible. So yeah, that's pretty sick. Got that all good. So now I have engines for sure. So the FRS is gonna be good to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have a KA at the machine shop right now. It's almost, I don't know, I can say almost done being built. I don't know where he's at with it, but yeah, doing a full forged bottom end. So
Nice, dude.
that'll be a nice like bulletproof one for the Sylvia.
That's
So
sweet.
hopefully I can stop blowing through stock shit.
Yeah, dude.
I'm the first one to preach online like, oh, stop blowing up the KAs.
Yeah.
And then there's me, I'll blow up another KA.
But it's funny, like
fine.
a set of forged internals will run us like $400 in total with everything, and like some dudes, that's like their stock. You know, that's like maybe sometimes 2 pistons.
Yeah.
I know that this shit can get crazy. It's still okay. It's cheap.
Yeah. No, and thankfully the one that I like blew up, I didn't actually blow it up. I just, cracked a piece of the ring land off. So I'm still able to use that. But yeah, like the one guy in the group yesterday, like, oh, before I swap it, I need turbo KA parts so I can send this thing to the moon. And I'm like, you're gonna spend money to blow up an engine that's actually worth something to someone who's gonna take care of it. Like, if you want to just blow shit up, I told him, I straight up said, if you want to blow shit up, go buy a Hyundai Genesis. Like,
Yeah, I have one.
I'll sell you one. Yeah, yeah. I was like, it's not like, I'm not butthurt. I'm not gonna fucking go cry in my room because you heard a KA. But it's like, it's a 30-year-old engine. They're only getting harder to find. Like,
what a big skull thing to do.
Yeah, like, why are you purposely gonna fuck that up for someone else? Like, it's not.
Yeah,
for your entertainment. There are other engines you can blow up if you need that entertainment of blowing an engine.
Right.
Like, go buy a fucking Saturn Sky and hold the throttle to the floor. Like, you're gonna
yeah, dude. Like, that's fun at least. You're not spending a whole lot.
I used to have a neighbor who just put Chevy 350s from the junkyard in a Chevette, and he used to put 175 shot of nitrous on it every weekend. He'd get a new fucking 350, fucking every weekend. He'd come by and do burnouts in my driveway and everything like that.
Sounds like my dad.
Yeah, all the time.
It was your dad.
All the time.
Plot twist.
Yeah, that's what Dad doing over there. Dude.
No, that's funny. Yeah, that's how, I don't know. Some people treat it like just shit's like throwaway. You can buy it again, but like,
well, it used
what's
to be.
the good in that? Yeah, it used to be.
Yeah.
We're not in those days anymore.
I never understood the transmission thing because, like, I feel like up until recently, like, people didn't know. Like, people would throw away their KA trans just because they got one with their SR.
Yeah.
It's like, God, you could have had an extra one there for a while. You know what I'm saying?
It's actually funny because now I just sold a KA bell housing to a guy who's taking an SR trans and putting a KA bell housing on it so he can use it. And it's like, wow, the roles have really switched here.
Yeah, dude. I sold the bell housing.
We're gonna try a Z31 trans in the SR car.
Yeah.
Apparently, it works. Apparently, a Z31 trans is the same as a KA trans.
Okay.
Really?
So we're gonna try to put that in the SR car.
Yeah.
Is the bell housing swap? Do you swap the bell housing?
Yeah, same way you would with a KA
They all
trans.
use the same, like, small box, I guess. Like,
I don't know that it's gonna work yet.
I don't know. There's only one way to find out, I guess.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that do it the other way around. They put like a KA trans in a Z31.
Interesting.
But it's in my garage along with the insides of the two transmissions you gave me.
Right. Yeah, dude. Those are. I thought for a minute I could do it.
I thought it would be easy.
Dude, at least you like have parts though, because you can still rebuild it. I know it costs money to rebuild it, but like at the same time, if you got room for it and like eventually can do it, it's gonna be worth it one day.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay like I'd go Z32 before I start paying $600 for KA trans all day.
Oh yeah,
but,
I'll be on something different real quick.
Yeah. Like your what's it called, the FRS, the RX-8, the S15. There's just like a couple other cars that share the same. It's called the Asian transmission, I think, or whatever.
Yeah.
But like almost all the internals are the same. So like your S15 6-speed, the RX-8 6-speed. Like for a while, like those have longevity. I feel like when the KA is like running out and stuff. Like FRS, eventually when I feel like I want to move on to that, like that 6-speed might be sweet. But
yeah, I don't think they hold the most power, but they're available. Like they're still not too expensive. I mean, shit, I have one sitting in my garage right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Someone's gonna need it.
Yeah.
Dude, not my neighbor, but someone that lives in the town. Like he's had a boosted FRS for probably like 4 years now. Supercharged, like Edelbrock supercharger kit. Dude, not an issue ever.
Yeah, I know. So if you do it right, like,
what are you gonna do, man?
That's the thing. People want to try and crank like 350 wheel out of these things, and it's like, you can, but you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
If you want to leave it at 260, 270, you have a nice reliable setup for a little while.
Right.
But when you start pushing that, and I think the thing too is all you Americans getting your E85, like it's sick. I love E85. I wish we could get it, but that's letting people like push the limits
of their motor.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, like, bro, I can make this power on E85. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't change the fact that you're still on that transmission and those axles. Like, yeah. So you're neglecting the fact that, these people, their setups were reliable because they were sub 300 to the wheels. Now, your engine can make 350 with your E85 tune, but
yeah, you don't have to be scared of detonation, but like everything else.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's more stress on everything around there. And half these guys are lowered to all hell, and they don't realize how bad of an angle the axles are chilling on, and that's
fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
Lower it
cool
more.
stuff.
Lower it
Suspension
more.
geometry is a
Now,
myth.
It actually, suspension
It
geometry
was-
doesn't exist.
No, it was invented to keep
Yeah.
people from driving.
The whole 85 thing, I'm with you, but
Yeah.
don't talk about low cars. Like that.
That doesn't count. That doesn't ever exist.
Suspension geometry was made by gatekeepers, dude.
Dude, honestly.
Big
Oh, yeah.
FDF wants you to think suspension geometry.
Yeah.
Big FDF.
Why
Oh,
is that
man.
in chat, dude?
Yeah, little do you know the B knuckle is just a stock S13 knuckle they painted. Like they didn't touch it. It's just the illusion of it being touched.
No, I agree. I've driven many B-knuckle cars. Feels like stock.
Oh, that's funny.
It'd be interesting to. I know you said you're getting B-knuckle, right?
Yeah, have it on the way. I don't know. Curious
I-
to see how it feels.
I've talked about him before. I know most of us know him. Jelani, he like cuts and makes his own knuckles
Mhm.
for us, like local dudes. And I haven't driven any other car, but cut knuckles, I feel like I wouldn't do anything else after
Yeah,
that.
honestly, it was a tough move to do because I was just on the villains kit and like I had no complaints. My car was great.
Yeah.
It was more angle than I even needed. Like it was really good, but you know, every single dude I've ever talked to with a B knuckle was like, I'm sure it's like to a point, a little bit of like hype and like, you know,
For sure.
shit
I know what
tied,
you
you
mean.
know, like hype beats shit tied into there, but they all say it's, you know, it's the best driving their car has been. And I was like, I'm not trying to be a little myth buster here, but I want to get
Right.
it and
Yeah.
see how it
It
feels.
seems kind of
Yeah.
undeniable. A lot of people
Yeah.
speak highly of
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So that's nice. And a point, like to go back to a point that we were talking about earlier off camera, having a stock part is nice. So to be able to move to a stock S14 lower control arm is nice for if
Yeah.
you ever need to replace it. Not that they're easy to find, but like you said, having an extended control arm, it sucks if you damage that and now you need to have someone extend that control arm or
Right, on
this
the
and
fly
that.
type
yeah,
stuff.
exactly. So the more stock parts you can get in your car, yeah,
Mhm.
Just
the
don't
better.
break things.
Yeah.
You don't have
Yeah,
to
just
replace
don't
it.
Yeah,
suck.
just buy
Like-
Miata. Don't ever
just,
break
yeah,
anything.
just buy Miata. Never break anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
let's
never have
talk
to
about
fix
Miata
anything.
prices now.
Yeah.
Dude, they're
Go find me a
stupid.
hard top.
They're
I'll trade you an
stupid.
SR for
One
it.
passed me yesterday. Straight
I
up broke my
bought
neck.
my hardtop for $1,500, and I feel like I got robbed.
No, you got a deal.
But I got a deal. But I still feel like I got robbed.
You want to sell it for that?
No,
No, it's not for sale.
no. It's
It could be.
You're giving it to his grandkids.
Everything's
no.
for
I'm
sale.
gonna like ghost ride off of Auto City before I sell anything off that car.
All right, let me get your hard top first, though.
You can pick it out of the trees in the back.
Right. He's got to tow it
Just
out.
don't flip, so it's still like somewhat usable.
No, dude. I'm gonna try and hit any type of angle.
Let's go to Apple Valley and flip our cars.
Oh, I was waiting for someone to say that. I follow that guy on Twitter and Instagram, so it sucks to see. It was a nice car, but
Absolutely
hey, you want to
sucks.
throw fucking big entries at a tire wall like that? It's unfortunately
Yeah, you're risking
a
it.
consequence of that. That's why I don't fuck with tire walls. I hate it. I'll be the first to admit that I'll throw my car at a concrete barrier long before I throw my car at a tire wall.
Dude, Auto City tires.
Auto City tires are
Those
like
are
off a
nuts.
60-foot cliff.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to. If you're ended up
It's
in the
one
tires,
big tractor
yeah.
tire. It's about that tall on its side.
Yeah.
It's just
and
the
it's-
tire.
And they don't move.
No, dude.
No.
And they added them on the infield too.
Yeah, they're in
Yeah.
the middle of the
Yeah,
infield.
really awesome.
Yeah.
We need to take Austin to Auto City one of these
Oh
days.
man, I have to do it
Suspect
just
over your
to.
car.
No, I gotta do it just to say I did. It's,
Yeah.
You go off the jump in the back.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember at the fucking
Good job.
like 2 years ago I did a 3-day, what was it called? Hoodstock. The first
Oh,
Hoodstock
yeah.
they did. I was one of maybe 4 cars to survive the weekend. The
Oh, it's
first
like an
day,
80-car event.
yeah.
That was the one where the dude was leaving grid and he grabbed second gear
Yeah.
and drove straight into the wall.
yeah, that one. Dude, so many cars got wrecked. I almost wanted to stop driving just to watch the carnage.
my
It was
God.
wild. I still have a picture. I forgot whose car it was. And I forget even what kind of car it is. I just remember I have a picture. It's a dude's car in the trees there, and he's just like laying on the ground.
Yeah, it was Andrew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was his Skyline.
Was that him?
Yeah, it was Andrew and his Skyline.
Oh, dude.
I didn't even know
I think
what that
so.
is.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I know
I'll
he's
have
got
to
a
find
picture
it.
like that. I don't know if it was
Oh,
the same
man.
day.
Yeah. No, one day I think like 13 cars went over the edge.
That's
There's
insane.
something ridiculous.
Okay, I don't know if I want to drive.
It's like a NASCAR track, dude.
But
Like,
it's not that hard
it's
of
like
a
a
track.
trigger.
It's
It's the
more just
people that
driving.
go there
Yeah, it was
more
people
than it is the
driving
track.
outside of their skill. They're
Okay,
trying to take the
that's-
high line without knowing
how to take the high
It's
line.
real. Like I've had a sim for 3 weeks, so I
Yeah.
can let's grab third gear
Right.
sort of
Can I drive my car like a
Yeah,
gravy
like
garage?
I did
JZX?
donuts in the parking lot over there, so I'm pretty confident in this car
Yeah.
now.
I go to takeovers exclusively. I won't make it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like one big circle.
There was
It's the
there's
same
a whole
thing.
generation
It's
of
the
us
same thing.
that we've driven that track just fine. Like
Yeah.
You're
Well,
right.
I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to get up there. Like, I don't want to, like, I'm not trying to
The
ride the
Midland's
high line
fine.
grass.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But, like,
no, it's
it's
not
still,
my
I learned
preference.
pretty quick there. I just, like, don't want to be up there.
No.
What am I trying to do? Who am I, Ken Block?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Who I
That's
got
Ken-
to impress?
That's Ken Block. It's like Ken Block doing the Devil's Peak thing.
The
you
Pikes
know, that
Peak when he
picture?
was right off
That's
the
what
edge.
people are risking in Auto
Yeah.
City, bro. I'm not trying to go over
There
that.
is there's a Mischief video though with Auto City in it.
What's that?
It's when Steve Speed hit the wall, and Mischief was there, and it's on like a VHS tape from
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
2000 something.
Yeah, there's a couple current D1 drivers that have driven at Auto City. Someone told me there's a YouTube video of it.
Really?
I forget who exactly, but
I mean, you can get some gnarly speed.
I think maybe, yeah, that's a
Like-
big speed track. If you
Yeah.
see someone drift like both big corners, like the big corner
Dude, the Big
by.
Bank's scary.
Dude,
Yeah,
there was a
I've never hit
Mustang
that.
last
I'm
year
not
I saw
about that.
crash.
Mm-mm.
What's up?
There was a Mustang last year I saw going
Oh,
around the
back
second
then.
one. Yeah, you were there. It was
I
me,
was
you,
there.
and Nacho, right?
Yeah. Everyone was sitting up on the back wall, like with their legs hanging, and like in a matter of a lap, everyone got off, and this dude did a lap, and took the big bank. Like no one had taken it all night, and so like there
People's
potentially
legs
could have been a
hanging.
bunch of people hanging their legs off, and this dude spins like right before the big bank, and has so much speed, like he went backwards up into the wall, like spun really fast
Yeah.
180, but just went straight back, like
Jeez.
Mission Impossible or
The
some
Bank's
shit.
steep,
Someone
too.
could have lost
Right.
a leg.
Yeah, I'm surprised the wall didn't like break. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had that much speed, but it was a Mustang vert, and the bumper was in the back seat, like straight up destroyed. Really? We were
Yeah,
just
I
thinking,
wasn't,
like,
I wasn't there for that.
dude, that's the hood stock
Yeah,
event.
the hood sucks nuts.
That's what that's
Like,
all about.
I usually stay for a couple hours, and then I'm like, all right, I gotta go home.
But if you go to the Hoodstock event, you gotta eat at the food truck.
They had a
Yeah,
That
dude,
food
the
truck,
truck's
that
good.
mac
The
and
barbecue
cheese with,
one?
dude.
yeah,
What was it called? It was just in a cup, but
It was like mac and cheese with like pulled pork and bacon in it.
it's fire.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, the best meal I've ever had. Maybe not.
Well, your
Like, it, was,
opposite.
it was really good.
You need to eat out more, Kyle.
right? Yeah, I did. I'm trying to
It's
do
the
a
best
review
meal I've had at
on Killcare Pizza.
Killcare
Yeah,
Pizza's pretty
Killcare
fire.
Pizza's good.
But last 2 times I've gone, I just didn't do it. But it's pretty solid pizza. How do you feel? How do you feel about the party slice?
Yeah,
You down with that?
it's 10 out of 10 for me all the way around.
Okay.
To be honest.
Shit.
Party slice is a little weird. You get that middle section.
I like it, dude.
Wait,
I-
what?
They do the party slice.
You
So
know what a
like,
party
you know when
slice
you have
is?
a
No,
pizza
it's a
party at
party
school and they give you
slice.
the smallest pieces possible?
It's
Yeah.
like
It's
like the same
87
thing.
slices of pizza
Yeah.
instead of 10.
Party slices, is it when they do the thin slices or when they chop it like a grid?
They do the
like
grid,
you have
yeah.
a
Yeah, the
checkered board
grid.
of pizza.
Interesting.
They just
Yeah.
keep cutting through it, and like, so some of the pieces have
Or, like,
crust and some of
yeah.
them are just like the middle.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then you get the
okay.
one occasional one where it's just like all sauce.
Dude, he just told me today that in Canada their pepperoni's like shredded.
Yeah, and so
Wait, what?
Windsor's actually known like for their
Like the
really good
Jotino's
pizza.
pizza?
And like it's
Yeah.
like I don't know, it's like little strip like shredded pepper. Like the only place you can get really pepperoni in like circle pepperoni is like if you go to fucking like Little Caesars or Pizza. Like if you go to any actual like pizza place in Windsor, yeah, it's all shredded pepperoni.
I don't do Little Caesars.
No,
Really?
hell no.
They got good bread though.
Only if it's like already there, I'll do it. Yeah, the crazy bread's fire.
Crazy bread's good. Like I'll go to Jets and then go to Little Caesars. Crazy
Their-
bread. You know,
their
yeah.
Italian cheese bread. The
They have
Italian
that
cheese
there?
bread is good.
I'd do it. I'd do it. Their thin crust is pretty good. That's actually the one thing I will eat from there
Yeah.
because my dad likes it specifically, so we'll sometimes get that. But, dude, how about South Point? I mean, I know the schedule's not out, and you got to be dealing with some things.
Yeah, we're still kind of ironing out some kinks, but yeah, we're gonna be doing some sick shit this year. I don't know. We're all happy to have the Americans on board. Like that was
Yeah,
that
dude.
was so sick last event. Like,
That was
and to
fun.
think that
Baller.
no Americans came until that event, and then we had like 12 of you guys. Like that was pretty sick. And to show like all the comments I see on Facebook, we love it. Like all the people that are hyped up, going crazy.
Dude.
Fucking Bori.
Yeah.
Borey's gonna be there every weekend this year. Not even,
He said it.
He's not even to drive. Like there's gonna be no events there. He's just gonna be there waiting.
Dude, I'm coming with him. I'm coming with him, dude. We're ready.
That was sick.
Yeah, no, it's sick. It's super fun. Always good vibes.
Yeah.
Man. So, I don't know. We're always just looking to improve on it and keep having fun. I don't know. And we've been talking a little bit about renting out like a different track, possibly Grand Bend. Don't know if it's going to happen this year. I think we might be a little bit late to that party, but that is something we do want to do, which is going to be sick because we just want to bring the party everywhere, man.
Well, who runs Grand Bend?
It's owned by, it's just their owners.
So like, if us like Americans want to get in on that, like, where do we go to look up and like how to like? Do they post it themselves? Like
I'm
Drift
pretty
Day?
sure the only people running drift events at Grand Bend this year would be Top Drift.
Okay.
Blake, he's sick. He runs 2, possibly 3 events out of Grand Bend every year.
Okay.
And then CSCS, I don't know if you've heard of them.
Mm-mm.
They're more of like they do like time attack, drag, like everything. They rent out the whole motorplex. And I did run one of their events last year. They're a bit more legitimate, if you will. Like they have run groups and schedules and all this and that, but they also run Grand Bend. They had a bit more of a funky layout than we were used to. It was still fun. It was nice to, I know it's nice to run a different layout at a track you've already been to. Sometimes the same old gets boring. But yeah, those are the 2 people right now that are hosting drift days at Grand Bend. And yeah, but anyone can really just rent the track.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a matter of
Getting
getting your date on the schedule, all the logistics and everything. So it's kind of something we neglected, but it's definitely something we've talked about.
Yeah, that's sick to know because like that's like the closest track to us.
That's
it's in a different country.
That's
South Point or the Grand?
Well, South Point.
South Point's closest, but that's still, it's a go-kart track. Grand Bend's like
a real
like full
unit.
circuit, like
okay.
Yeah, like that's where
So
you
if
go.
you want to be an international drifter in Michigan, that's where you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like, even though it's a go-kart track, we drive within 5 hours anywhere here, and it's a circle track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
That's
it's
what I
like
mean. It's so much
bored
better
of
than
that.
yeah.
At least like I go
You
to
gotta go.
Kilcare and I'm still excited, but like I wouldn't drive 6 hours away to go to another circle track.
No, that's what I mean. You're just gonna stick around, and I mean, I remember like long before South Point ever even happened. Right before I crashed the Blue 240, I actually registered for an event at Flat Rock.
I
was like,
remember that.
Flat Rock.
It was
That was
my
like,
drift
yeah,
event.
that was the closest thing. That was the closest drift event to me, and I was like, even though it's a circle track, like,
Yep.
it's the only place I'm gonna be able to get to within like an hour or so that I can actually drift. So like, fuck it, what do I got to lose?
It's not too far over the border, really.
No, and then and then I went and crashed my car before I even made it to the event. So
It's all right.
yeah,
It happens.
yeah, it happened. You get that on them big jobs.
Yeah,
Sure, dude.
Yeah, the big Johnnies, man.
Yeah, so that's it's sick. And honestly, I never like we all grew up around that go-kart track, man. Like half the people like at some point in their life they went there with their parents and their family to go ride go-karts. So
That's sick.
I don't think anyone ever really thought that we'd be drifting on it. And
That's cool.
I mean, even when I met Fabio and Fabio told me like, yeah, like we're gonna host a drift event on there one day, and I was like, I kind of was like sick thought, but that's not gonna happen.
Right.
And then he fucking proved me wrong real. Like I instantly, like, and then I realized I was like, oh shit, like no, like he's for real, like they're gonna make this happen. And then I told him, I was like, I want on board, like let's fucking do this. And yeah, it's just been uphill ever since.
That's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's sick. I'm happy to be a part of the team. It's fucking sick.
Dude, I tried to keep on forgetting. I need to order a sweatshirt from you guys.
I would have brought you one.
I know. I totally slipped on that.
No, that's
Definitely.
okay. Whatever.
I
We'll
meant
get
to-
you one.
I tried to buy some cash at the what do you call it? Like at the front,
Yeah.
and it was like they didn't accept U.S. dollars. I was like,
Oh.
okay, it makes total sense. I'm sorry.
No,
Like,
you could have PayPal me
Yeah, you
for
gotta
it.
PayPal Austin,
Yeah,
like-
I'm pretty sure Carl PayPal'd me for a sweater.
That's right. He did get
Yeah.
one.
I
Yeah.
PayPal'd him to even get into the
Yeah,
event.
all you American guys are PayPaling me. We
That's
don't got
right.
Venmo. We don't got none of that.
Yeah,
So,
I know, man.
Do you guys just not have Venmo in Canada?
No Venmo, no Cash App. We don't have any of that.
I have
Really?
a serious
Yeah.
question though.
Huh.
One that matters more than Venmo or cash. App.
Oh boy.
Dude, what's up with the bagged milk?
Yeah, dude, that's fucking weird.
I didn't
know,
understand
bro,
it.
like-
Listen, I'm
like-
for it, but like,
See,
what's going on?
it's normal to me because obviously, like anything else Canadian, I grew up with it. That's my life. Can you?
I've never even seen
I don't
that.
want to have
No?
to put a chip clip on my milk.
it's
No,
like a
you don't,
turkey.
you don't.
It's like the bag that
Unless
comes
you,
in
like-
a turkey.
Really?
Unless
Like,
you
but like filled with milk.
realistically leave like a very minute amount of milk in the bag and let it sit there for weeks, nothing's gonna happen to it. Like I don't.
Right,
we
but
don't
like
close our milk.
Do you have like a Ziploc bag?
No,
How's the
bro.
bag set up?
It's a bag. Imagine like a long like bag, and you put it in like a pour container.
Oh,
you fucking
you
set
put
a
it in a
tip
new
on-
container.
Yeah, you don't
So
just
you
grab a
don't-
bag of milk and
Oh.
fucking.
I thought it was gonna be like
Yeah.
Cause I imagine I'm trying to pour a bag.
I was gonna be
You unroll your bag of milk.
Yeah,
and
everyone's got a bag of milk in their
Why?
fridge.
I was thinking like a bag, but it's got like a water bottle cap on it.
Or like the
Okay.
vodka or like
Yeah.
the wine bags, and you just
But like-
spout
Yeah,
and
like a
pour your
wine
milk
bag.
out.
That's what I
I'm
was
surprised
thinking.
no one's done that yet. If I'm being completely honest,
We
but
had like a utter like a.
All right,
pop
next
nipple.
drift event, we're gonna fill a wine bag with
Yeah.
milk.
that's fucking You have a little like pitcher
Next
that you
trip
put it
event,
in.
we go to Canada. We're gonna tie bags of milk to our bumpers and drag them across
That's
the
a
track.
Get each
stupid
other.
idea.
No, okay,
You're
can
like
I be
moving
honest
that
with you?
boat.
The reason I fuck with bag milk and I hate milk in the carton, when you get the little fucking dried up milk crusties on the lid
Oh,
of
that's
the
the
milk carton,
worst.
you don't
Oh,
get
that's
that
the
with bag milk.
That's true.
You don't got no milk crusties.
I understand that.
So that's
So do
the
they
one
sell like
benefit.
specialty porters?
I'm pretty sure you can just buy it at like any like dollar
Whatever,
store.
yeah.
It's just called like a milk pitcher. It's just like a little fucking pitcher with a handle in it. Like it's nothing crazy. You could realistically put it.
I
Like,
gotta see what this thing looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Corey's
No,
on Google
it's
like
like-
milk.
I
pitcher.
picked one up, like I handled it in the store, and like there's people walking by, and I'm like, dude, this is so weird. I'm with some friends.
It's like
I'm
a
this
fake
is wild.
titty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just dying right now imagining all Americans think that Canadians just grab a bag of milk and like just
I'm sitting here thinking like, how does it hold itself up in the
Right.
fridge?
I
Right.
thought
Got a
you had
bag
to
of
like
milk rolled
chop
around
the
the
top off,
fridge.
put a chip clip on it. I don't know what
you
you
like a
shut
chip
it.
clip that doesn't leak. All of a sudden you just got like milk leaking all over your fridge because you put the bag sideways. Like
Yeah, did not a good
No.
look.
Is it like one of these?
yeah, kind of. Well,
No.
no,
'cause
no, that's like a milk.
That's
like,
for like a latte or something.
Even the
fuck, you're
Arizona
probably
iced
getting
tea
them
I got
American
usually
Google
comes in a
results.
can.
Milk
Came in a
pitcher.
box.
bag pitcher.
Dude.
It's interesting,
Like
man. They
that.
got some good snacks.
like that.
That.
Okay. Oh shit!
Like that is my fridge right
It's like
there.
a Kool-Aid pitcher.
Oh.
That's what it is.
But
But
you
like,
just put milk in it.
Yeah.
Why not just pour the milk in another bottle?
Then what? You're gonna like squeeze the bag of milk? I don't know, man.
Can't get every drop.
I know.
What do you
dude.
buy like a 15-liter pail of milk?
But like, you
15
guys aren't
liters.
wasting
It's
any
not
less
half
plastic
gallon.
than we are. It still comes in a plastic bag.
No, I don't think it has
Not
anything to
2
do with
liters,
plastic
that's
because
a
all
gallon.
That's true.
it comes
I
with a
don't
big
fucking
bag
measure.
with 3 bags in
5
it.
gallons.
There's a
So like
lot
it's
of
3
gallons.
plastic milk bags in another plastic bag. That's how you buy it.
So what's the point?
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
Shipping?
I have no fucking
Like, I
idea.
imagine you can ship a lot of bags.
I
easier
remember
than
someone
gallons.
telling me like it's something to do with
That's why
like
Costco's
dating
are
way
square.
back to the days of like when milk used to get delivered. Like something like I'm sure if we Googled why is Canada bag milk, like I'm sure we would find an answer. There's something out there.
No, dude, it's
But-
okay. I
And
mean,
it's not like you can't
I
like you
hate
can
it.
buy cartons of milk in Canada.
right.
Like it's not like you can't buy
It's
a
not
carton of
outlawed.
milk.
Yeah,
Like,
but
if
you
you-
can't buy a bag of milk here.
Okay, yeah.
that's
It's not an option.
Can
Maybe
you
that's a
buy
new business venture.
Can you buy ketchup chips here yet?
No.
No?
Still no ketchup,
Ketchup
chips.
chips?
That's-
No all dressed chips either.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
not a thing.
What the
I've never heard of either or.
Oh my god.
Ketchup chips. What's that about?
Ketchup
It's
chips.
like a-
They're ketchup
Is it like
flavored
ketchup
chips.
barbecue without the
chip?
spice?
In a way.
What's all dressed? It's like a salt and pepper, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a
Uh,
mix of all things. It's almost like a
like
like
an
a
everything bagel,
like a
but a chip.
vinaigrette almost.
Oh my god.
Like it's weird. All dress is pretty weird.
That
What
seems
else?
pretty wild.
Because every time I ship stuff to the States, like when Drew did my wiring harness or when I shipped my knuckles off to Heatmaker, I always like to throw in like Canadian snacks because I'm like,
Smarties.
yeah,
Our,
so
our
yeah,
Smarties
your
are different.
Smarties are our rockets.
Really?
Yeah,
Right.
because your Smarties are like the chalk candy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so our Smarties are M&Ms basically.
Really?
Yeah, our Smarties are like chocolate coated, like candy coated pieces of chocolate.
They
And we
switched it
have
up.
what's called rockets, what are like the little circle chalk candies. Yeah, that's a weird one. You guys also don't have
Craziness,
coffee crisp.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
I got some in my
Oh,
cabinet right
What is
now.
that?
So
It's like
good.
imagine just like coffee flavored wafers, like a
Oh,
coffee flavored
nice.
wafer bar,
Like
like
a
dipped in
Werther's
chocolate.
wafer?
That sounds
It's it's bomb. So
Kinder
good.
Surprise is illegal here.
Kinder Surprise, yeah, no Kinder Surprises here.
Why?
Do you guys have Aero bars?
I don't think so.
I don't think
No,
I've seen that.
I read that you didn't have Aero bars, but I find that one hard to believe. I thought that was a pretty common thing, like the bubble chocolate.
good. No.
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 Oh
we
wow.
don't.
Okay, see, I always read that one. And I was like, "There's no way Americans don't have Aero."
Well, we have like Kinder chocolate here. Is like
Some stuff,
pretty
yeah.
new.
yeah.
Yeah.
Only
but-
within like the last couple years.
And they're like the stupidest thing. Have you ever gotten one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like it's like the plastic outside of them so there's no choking.
Oh, when you split it in half and you have the fucking chocolate and the.
Yeah.
I know what he's talking about.
I don't know.
It's like a fake Kinder Egg. Like,
Yeah,
I was just
it's
talking
not
about,
like a
the
real
brand.
egg.
Oh, the one
yeah.
where it comes with the spoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are gross.
Yeah, no, dude.
It's
I
good,
know,
but
yeah.
it's like $2-3 for fucking a scoop of like chocolate cream. It's like, do I really need that? Like,
Wild.
yeah. Also, prices of everything. Like, I'm sure chocolate's still pretty cheap here, but like, you go to a gas station or a corner store, like anything other than like, you know, the dollar store, like any retail corner store or grocery store, all that chocolate bars are like over $2, like pushing almost $3 for like just your regular.
That's
size
about roughly
bar.
here.
Yeah,
That's
is it
about
that
right
bad
this
here?
year.
I can't believe that.
I think our
It should be a
gas-
snack.
Dude,
right?
I remember
I
when
know
you could
gas is
buy
finally at the
chocolate
same
bars for $1.
price.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah.
I know when we came over the border, let's say our ticket was like $200, it was like
Oh yeah, the
It was like
exchange rates.
$150
It's always been
dollars.
pretty brutal. I can remember like a few points where it might have been closer to being okay, but now it's like like I look at anything US and I'm just like, no thank you. Like
Really?
it's brutal. Yeah. So like, I don't know, what have I bought recently? Like just one of the I had the wastegate upstairs.
Yeah.
That was 160-ish, 160, 170 US, and that was like closer to 250 Canadian.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But it goes nice when like if you're selling anything to an American. Do you remember those little pins that I got made of the 240?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those right now are selling for like an astronomical high amount because the collectors that go crazy and want every pin this guy's made, he never sold them on his website. Only I sold them. And like so many people bought them for me because they just wanted a pin. Like they didn't give a fuck about. They didn't have a pin collection. Like they
What's
just
the
wanted a
pin?
pin of my car. So now the people who are like
Oh.
collectors trying to get every pin, they're trying to get the Racer Gang 240, and they're like, I can't find it anywhere because they're all sold. I only made 100 of them. A good chunk of them were like, you know, to local people. So like,
Yeah.
none of these people ever knew. None of these people even know that like
It's
collectors
lost.
are looking for
Yeah.
them, and you know, so I always kept spares. I had 4 in total, and I finally was like, all right, like one's good enough. They're pretty pricey. I'm gonna sell the 3 that I had.
Yeah.
And yeah, I sold the first, whatever. The most recent one I sold, I got $250 US for it. Yeah, and I sold these for $11 US each.
Like a clothing pin?
Yeah, the little this little
Was
enamel
it-
pin.
Was it Lean Customs? that did
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, Lean
Dude, those
Customs.
pins go for big
That's
money.
yeah. So if the Lean, like, you're talking like these collectors will collect every pin that Lean Customs has ever made. Like they have thousands of dollars in pin collections. So for them to be like,
That's
oh, like
wild.
this
Yeah,
is
I
that
know, people are
missing, yeah, they're like,
nuts.
this is that missing link pin. I need that pin. They don't give a fuck. They're gonna pay for it. So I had my one left with the backing card on it, and yeah, I got $250 US for it. Converted into my PayPal, it was like 330 Canadian. So I basically I almost cleared like almost 1,000 Canadian dollars off of
That's
selling
so
3 little pins I had just chilling in my drawer.
Made
And
your money
that's-
back off the whole order.
Oh, doubled it. Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome,
yeah.
dude.
So that's sick, and that's another instance where I'm like, all right, the exchange rate kind of working in my favor here.
Seriously.
Because like half the time I sell anything, it's usually to someone in the States.
Yeah.
So I'll just tell them, like, sometimes I'll be asking, you know, like a Canadian price for something, and someone in the States will hit me up, and I'll tell them that Canadian price, and then they'll want it, and then they'll just send me it in US, not even like kind of clicking in, and then I get like, I get my extra whatever it is on
Yeah.
top of that, and I'm like, sick. Like, it doesn't make a difference to them. Like, you're
Right.
not losing anything. You're paying
Right.
what you wanted to. I'm you know,
Yeah.
getting something positive out of
Master
it.
negotiator.
Right,
That's all it
master
is.
negotiator,
Like,
that's what I'd say.
The art of the deal.
Yeah, literally. Everything I have is off of like a lick of some sort.
Yeah. How many times a week do you have to come over the border?
Oh, not very frequently.
Okay.
When was I here last? It depends what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I have a lot of parts waiting, or like if I had a part come that I need pretty urgently, I'll come across. It's not hard for me. Like it's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell, like the usual, like the only times you get hassled coming across, you can tell it's like a new worker who's like trying to follow like
Proto.
all the rules, ask you all the questions.
Dude, that's when you just say, like, do you know who I am?
Like,
Yeah.
actually,
know who I am?
one weekend it freaked me out. Like I knew they keep track of like obviously when you cross and what car you come across and whatever, but I usually cross in my mom's Cadillac. So I went over one weekend in it, whatever, and I come back the next weekend and he fucking like I go like you pull up to the window and like you go to hand him your passport. he didn't take my passport. He knew who I was because I was in the same car as last weekend. And he literally like looked at it, like he didn't even take it. He looked at it, saw that it was my name, and said, "Have a good day." No questions, nothing. So like sometimes you get the people who are like, "Oh, like," but then you get the people who are like, "All right, pop the trunk, this and that." And like today, the guy had to pop my trunk, and the trunk on the GS has flip-flop hinges. So I was like, "You got to open the trunk very gently, or it's gonna fucking fly off those hinges."
Yeah.
And he was nice, thank God. But yeah, and who knows how going across is gonna be because.
Yeah.
I have lots of parts that I have no receipts for. And I'm just going to be like, oh, my best friend Nick, he just gave me this Precision Turbo for free.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Hit me up, call
the
me.
tax that you guys pay on that stuff.
Oh, it's, yeah.
Insane.
Oh, wait, so you have to pay taxes on car parts that you buy here?
Yeah, so
what?
basically, and that's why I ship all my stuff here, because if you ship something into Canada and it comes through customs, you're paying tax on it. You're paying 13% tax plus the brokerage fees for the company. So, like, for example, last summer I was trying to get my intercooler piping all like dialed in and shit, and I had to place an order. There's a place in California called ATP. I just love them because they do really, really fast shipping, like next day FedEx shipping. But you have to pay tax on it.
Yeah.
So I ordered, it was like a $70 order in like a couple couplers and a pipe or something, or whatever. Paid my shipping, whatever. I owed FedEx $36 for that shipment for duties and the brokerage fees on a $70 package. $36.
It's crazy, dude.
So anything you come across with, like, God, I hope no Border Patrol agents are watching this, but I would I'll Photoshop my eBay receipts to knock a couple $100 off it, like whatever I can do just to be like.
It's like when you buy a new car and you take it to the DMV and they asking how much you paid for it.
$100.
Yeah. You put like $300 or whatever.
Yeah. So and like sometimes it's, I don't want to say like, oh, I'm sure it's sketchy. It's fucking. Yeah. I'm sure it's everything about it is sketchy.
So
but
many people do it.
It depends like what you're bringing across. Because like if you show them a receipt, you're like, oh, like I got $200 in parts. Like, yeah, technically you're supposed to pay tax on that, but they're gonna be like, all right, like just have a good day.
Right.
But if you pull up and you're like, oh, I got this $3,000 turbo sitting next to me. Here's the receipt. Then you're like, all right, that way, go pay tax.
It's a nice chunk of change.
A couple $100 on that too.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's crazy though.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd have to pay tax on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything, bro. The tax in Ontario, it's
Can't you say you
Ontario
got it at the
specific,
duty-free
is like.
shop?
No.
Well, yeah, I buy the
You just
Precision
bought it
Turbo
at
at
the
the duty-free shop.
Yeah, sorry.
No, like even
Get
when,
that back.
like when you buy a car here, like a used car, you pay tax on it.
Yeah.
Okay, how much is it?
6%.
Yeah, so it's still 13% for us.
Yeah.
So like everything you buy, unless it's like I think like some food products are exempt, stuff like that, but everything's got 13% tax on it.
Sheesh, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be like a
It's-
lot, man.
Yeah, it adds up quick, really quick.
Have to get a good accountant, commit tax fraud.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Knock a couple points
Write
off.
some shit off. Yeah, no, it's tough out there. It's a lot of sales tax to be paying on, especially if you're buying a lot of shit.
Yeah, dude.
Or if you're buying an expensive car, even like.
It's just like on top of like your exchange rate already, you're getting shafted at the tax, and it's like, come on, dude, you're spending like a quarter of what
you
you're
gotta-
paying, like
yeah.
covering bullshit.
Yeah, you can't win anywhere. It's
Yeah,
like,
dude.
And like it's disgusting. You go to buy like a brand new car at a dealership, and you're paying $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 in tax on that car.
Dude, why don't you just
Like-
move here?
No, I can't.
It's
No,
like
it's
the
actually
same thing.
It's and it's a really difficult
Yeah, you get
process.
shafted other ways.
It's not
Is
easy
it?
to move to the States. Yeah, like unless you're getting married, it's not easy.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta like to apply for like a work visa. Like there are only select jobs that you're actually allowed to apply for in the States.
Mm.
So like unless I want to be like a nurse or something or an engineer, like it's not like I can't just come over here and fucking
Right.
like apply to work at my boy's shop or something like that. Like
True.
it's difficult. I'd have to marry one of you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and you guys got a sister for him?
Mine's already married.
Is it,
Halfway
are they
there.
serious?
Yeah, it's a
It
very
doesn't-
serious
I
age.
mean, I don't know.
I don't know, guys. It's
She's got a sick
2023.
pole barn.
It doesn't have
Yeah,
to
she's
be
got a
a
pretty sick
sister.
pole barn now, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone got a brother for me? Like,
Yeah. No, mine just got married too,
yeah.
so.
No, it's okay. Cause like if I move to the States, I sure as fuck ain't staying in Michigan. Like,
Why?
very-
It's such a great state.
Why would you stay?
yeah. Like, I
You don't
know
gotta
how.
move 100 feet away. Like, move
Yeah.
a couple 100,000.
That would be so
miles.
worthless to literally move 20 minutes
Yeah,
across the
no.
border.
If I'm coming to the States, you're gonna find me down in like probably Arizona, to be honest.
Dude, Arizona's so fucking hot.
I know, but I went there and I
were
survived,
just
so I
there,
was
weren't
like,
you?
I was, yeah. I was, just
Was
there
it
for a
hot
week.
now in the winter?
No, it was
no, it's
actually
not too
cold.
bad. Yeah.
Was it?
It's cold this time around, but I mean, typically we go and it's like 60 degrees out, but like this past
Dude,
time
in
it
the
was like
summer?
30, 40. Crazy.
Yeah, summer's
Damn.
pretty
Dude,
brutal.
the summer gets like 105.
Like
right?
it's like
Oh,
105.
disgusting,
No,
man.
a lot higher than that.
Dude,
Fuck, it gets 105 here sometimes.
I went
Yeah.
to that car show in Arizona, like that wasn't the car auction, and there was an S14 there, like some other cars there, but like I asked some of the dudes like, where can I go see some drifting, and like they all had angle kits on their cars and shit,
Yeah, they
dude.
don't-
None of them knew where to go.
Yeah,
What?
no.
With angle kits and everything?
There's like a
Like
couple
Origin
like, you
body
go to, like,
kit on
Musselman
it,
or
like
something,
unpainted and
but
everything.
like yeah,
where are
there's
we
not.
going?
I feel like the drift scene's not that big out there.
It's like, what?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Build your
Why,
car,
why do you
no
have this
idea.
angle kit? What are you doing?
I mean, that's most like clout
drifters, too.
240 owners.
It's just wild. It was a cool show. It was
Yeah.
like, there's a
It reminds me of that one S14 with like the ridiculous high ram intake, and it's like fucking
Oh,
it's
the-
just twin turboed on like
Yeah.
slicks. And
the
like,
guy with the that just got trolled real hard because of what he said.
yeah, I don't know what he say.
He's like, it's a dedicated drift car, and he's like talking about not putting rear wheels on it.
I don't know. I just see him post on TikTok, and I literally call it out like, you're driving like 1,000 horsepower LS S14
Yeah.
just to post videos of it on TikTok. Like, what is happening here?
That's TikTok, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Is
a
that the
wild
one that was
sport.
like a stance car and he put slicks on the back?
Yeah.
And it had like 3-piece wheels up front.
Yeah.
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 It was
Not the
like
same dude.
slammed
It's-
body
it's-
kit, 3-piece wheels on the front. He took it to the strip, just like put slicks on the back.
Oh my god.
It's
What,
like,
you know what I read?
No, okay, that kind of reminds me of like, I don't know if you remember like when the Villains guys were
Yep.
still around, and they went to the drag day in Walla Walla with the drift cars.
Yep.
And like Nate threw slicks on the back of the S13 coupe. That I love. That's hilarious.
I think
I
he
did
just
watch
did
that
that
video.
again like a year ago.
Yeah?
He just like slams an auto trans in it and puts
Oh, he
slicks on the
did.
back.
Yeah. Literally threw an auto trans in it, slicks in the back just to go to a drag racing day.
That's
like,
sick.
that's so
Yeah.
hilarious.
I
Uh,
mean, those
no, I
cars are
love that.
fast. Like, I wonder
Yeah.
what they'd run hooking up.
Yeah, that's. I think you could hurt some old dudes' feelings.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I took my car to the track like right after I put the turbo motor in it, and it was like just OEM, like
Mhm.
everything, pistons and everything. I sheared 4, what do you call it? Bolts, flywheel bolts into my crank, like straight off, and drove it home. And made it like
God.
4 miles. I got on the freeway and threw an alternator belt. My dad had to come get me, and like the flywheels making
Wait,
noise and
wait.
everything.
I'm gonna say the worst part of the story is you going on the highway with 4 flywheel bolts.
I didn't know it was just making crazy noise. I was like, I gotta go home.
Yeah, I guess you can't really know, but
I
the
drove
last
there.
thing I'm
Well,
doing.
he was like, you better not drive it there. Like, just don't. You're gonna break. And I was like, no, it's fine. I put Hoosiers on, like stock teardrops.
Oh, that was your problem.
Yeah, it was my problem for sure.
That's what got you.
Yeah, it was
man.
just dumb, dude. It was a very bad decision.
That's so
Was it
funny.
Absolutely not.
No.
Well, it was fun.
Running a
What'd you
13,
run?
yeah.
I ran a 13.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like low on compression and everything.
That's
like
pretty
that.
good.
I was like, it was having fun, dude. And then one launch, it just made a bad noise. Not a good look. But I had to drill them out and everything.
Oh,
I didn't even go when I. Put
I would
them-
have said, fuck this crank.
I probably should have, but
Yeah.
like, I would have. I was like not trying to get that involved. Drilled
Yeah.
them out and just went ARP, which is what I should have done when I
And
put the motor
yeah.
in.
Is the crank still in there?
Same crank. No. That was the old naturally.
Oh,
No. I would still have the same crank. Yeah,
So
still
it
the same
worked.
crank.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, whatever
It's
you did
been
work.
welded. When I seized a main bearing like 2 years ago, and I didn't even take the head off. I just like flipped the motor upside down and took the crank out and like washed the motor out and everything because it was full of
Mhm.
metal, and just what's it called? I had to get it re-welded because it was out of spec,
Yeah.
and they went back down on it. But I mean, I don't know. It hasn't made. I'm sure it's probably gonna make noise now that I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. KATs are a bad idea.
I know.
Let
not
me tell you.
Not a good idea.
Oh, man.
I don't know how it works out for you two, but I
It's
had
a
to
great-
take mine off.
Greatest idea I've ever had.
I went
See,
back to KA.
Buddy had that manifold up for sale, and I hit him up, and he marks it sold.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it was for sale again?
Yep.
Which?
So Corey Misco, like local fabricator, I'm sure you've seen.
Remember
stuff.
my old manifold, my KAT manifold?
I don't remember it specifically.
It was like a real nice,
Yeah.
Very-
custom-made
like similar to
tube
mine?
manifold.
Yeah, very nicely
Okay.
done piece,
Yeah.
and you sold it to somebody, and like I was gonna hit him up for it, and then I saw it up for sale on Marketplace, and so I was like, hey, but then as soon as
How
I
much
messaged
did
him,
it
Mark
post
sold
for?
$500.
That's
pretty good.
it?
Yeah,
That's a pretty good deal.
No way,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
I would have bought it back.
Yeah, I know, right?
Knowing what I sold it to him for.
Yeah.
I think he paid like $2,000 for that manifold.
That's
From
crazy.
me. I think I paid like 22 for it
Yeah.
with a downpipe.
And
So yeah, it's
I should have just bought it, but it's
Yeah.
bad luck because the reason I'm selling my interior for the S14 is because I just bought other stuff for it. I bought like the same trim panels but wood grain.
Yeah.
And I was like, spent money on that, and that popped up, and I'm like, I would not justify another big purchase like that. Even though it's pretty much all I really need.
You need to stop saying no when I try to sell you stuff is what happens.
yeah.
Every time
Yeah.
I try to sell you something, you're like, nah, not right
Ah,
now.
dude.
And then,
Yeah. 6 months later, you're like,
You have everything I
Yeah.
need.
because what I tried to sell you the other day, what did I?
Kooky fenders, pearl white.
Oh, yeah, the fenders and the OEM headlights.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, they're going to be,
I know.
nobody wants them. Literally nobody wants to buy them.
I see.
I
Let's
tried
do
to
like a
tell Fabio
layaway
to buy the
service.
lights,
I'll do
but-
like $100 every
Yeah.
couple months. Dish it out.
man, I hate cars so much.
No, I wouldn't. I don't know, dude. Someone will buy them.
I just need enough money to buy new fenders. That's it. That's all I want out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I could maybe justify that.
All right.
we'll
figure it out.
See what's going on.
Oh
Figure it out.
man.
I picked up some fenders for free the other day, or I guess it would be a couple weeks ago now. Devin Pinkston.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, someone come get these before I throw them away."
Kooky fenders?
Yeah, you still
No,
have
I
pop-up
still have
fenders,
fenders.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But,
must be
like-
nice.
I guess. Yeah, that's funny that people are throwing those away.
Yeah.
I have to keep them at Carl's because if I bring them here, my dad would be like, "What's this? Throw this away. Get these out."
Yeah, you got your little collection over there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Side skirts.
I gotta do something about that.
My garage is open. I can't promise you'll get all of it back. but-
Yeah, I might be able to store some in my sister's barn. You need to store something. We got that
Sorry,
big
I'm
lot.
at my limit, but maybe if I buy another car or something, I hit you up.
I don't know about a car. I'm already getting yelled at for the 240 in the backyard of their house. Like, why do you have this lawn ornament here? I'm like, I'll get around to it.
It's way
okay?
cooler than that shed.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I'm like, dude, your tractor's shit, dude.
Remember when we got that generator out?
That shed's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Damn.
didn't end up meeting it.
I actually want that 240.
Hey man, it's not mine anymore.
We'll see.
Oh, is that the red one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let this
I'll get around
Genesis
to
sell.
Or was it red?
Yeah,
it's
it was
red.
red.
Yeah, it was red.
You
okay.
want a Genesis?
No.
Hey dude, yeah, pitch that for sale, dude. Someone buy a Genesis.
Yeah, hit me up. I got a cheap Genesis.
6-speed Brembos.
Yeah, man, it's everything
Turbo.
you need to be a takeover king.
Basically an S15.
Yeah. It's a Hyundai S15, if you will.
It's funny, I was just talking with Al Bang yesterday, or maybe the other day, but you know JP Honeycutt?
No.
Okay, he drifts that Drift Indy a lot.
Okay.
He's like in a crew with like these gold cars, but his Genesis looks super, like it's pretty wild, but it looks sweet.
Yeah.
Just it's like kitted out and everything, but he's got a 2J in it. And as far as I know, it looks like it drives nice, but
Yeah, I'm sure like they're decent chassis. It's just
did you ever
like
used to
most
watch?
FRSs, they just get fucking dogged by idiot kids. and-
Yeah.
Oh.
Dogs.
They'll
at
be
least
worth
it's
20
turbo.
grand one day. Don't worry.
Yeah, someone will
Don't worry.
sell it, bear it. What was I gonna say? Did you ever used to watch Haggard Garage? When he
Yeah.
bought a Genesis? It's like a long
Oh
time
yeah,
ago.
yeah, with the white. Yeah, okay, I remember this. Oh wow, that's actually bringing back some memories now.
And then Corey Olson was just telling me that he still watches Orion, but like he just drifts auto GS 300s now. That's like his whole
I
thing.
see him on TikTok doing like sim
Yeah.
racing.
Yeah.
Sim
I do too.
racing?
Yeah, he just played like post-Assetto clips.
Oh my god.
Dude, sim racing's so much cheaper. You don't wreck your car.
Yeah.
Right.
You only got to buy it once.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
thrill.
dude, it's the same thrill.
Yeah.
No. All I gotta do.
Just put a fan pointed at your face. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, dude. Neck effects are on, right?
Yeah.
Neck effects. You gotta whip that G29. As
Oh,
hard as you
Yeah,
can.
dude.
Throw that
Shoot the
shit
gears
across
up
the
on your
room.
Logitech shit right now. Dude, I over-rotated on my G25. I was telling him, like, last week, and it made the loudest pop and bang, and I would, like, for sure broke it.
Magnets actually sucked.
The KVD situation
Get
is
on.
kind of hard because
Yeah.
it's almost, like, too flexible. It has no rigidity.
Right.
It's
And
not
it's heavy.
stable.
issue, so you
Is that what you have?
Heavy.
Yeah, I have KVD.
Oh, okay.
I don't have that Origin kit money. Or not Origin, fucking.
Yeah.
PS Deuce.
Yeah.
Mine's a what do I have? I have a Urus kit.
Ooh,
Okay,
pretty
that's
sick.
the same, very similar one, right?
Yeah, I think so. They look kind of similar.
Yeah,
All
they're-
S14 kits look the same.
I
Okay.
know. A lot of them are all, like, pretty kit low, too.
Dude, my car is so tall right now without the kit on it. It's like that far off the ground.
That's
Did
my
you
car
get-
with the kid on it.
Yeah. The Origin's just low, too, just
Yeah.
in general. It's pretty fat.
I'm not about it anymore.
The
Yeah.
Origin Lab look.
No, just like low, just being super. Like I love
Oh.
being low, but fuck, I don't miss like ripping my rear bumper off every time I went into a parking lot or like hit a dip in the road.
Dude, I remember I called Nikki on the way back from a car meet or something that one time, and I fucking jumped the Miata.
Oh, there's a town with terrible
Dude.
roads. And...
I was like all the way maxed low on my coilovers, and I had really shitty wheels, so they fit, you know, and I didn't do anything. It was great. And I fucking hit a bump so hard, my car jumps like probably 2 feet in the air and like slams down. My mirror falls off. All the plastic in my car like falls off on the interior, and I just pull into a gas station. I'm like, I had to have fucked something up. Nothing broke except for all the plastic. And then I got home, and then the fuel pump dies, and I can't get it started again.
Damn.
Dude, he called me and was like, I don't know what to do. Like, this might be an issue. I just got airborne.
Like hardcore airborne.
I've
And
done that
I was
too.
complaining myself about the roads, like dodging everything on the way home. We just
Yeah.
having to take 2 separate ways, and it's just
Your roads
so
are
bad.
Dude.
horrible out here, like
Terrible.
really
Oh, yeah.
bad.
They're actually not bad in our
Yeah,
area.
in this
right
area
around
they're
here.
fine. You come to my area.
Yeah, no, you go into this like any part of any city, and they're trash.
The subdivision's bad. for
Yeah,
sure.
your subdivision.
I'm on the
Oh,
east
yeah,
side.
it
And
is.
Yeah,
Oh,
normal
that's right.
driving
16
roads,
mile?
much
Forget
better
it.
around here.
Yeah, dude, I work like right off 96 in Middle Belt.
oh yeah.
Middle Belt is
Awful.
god
Insanity,
awful,
bro.
dude. I want to drive the Miata to work one day. I'm like, no, I can't.
Not worth it.
No, that's like where we went to go to Julian's house.
Yeah,
And I'm like, no, we have to go up to the next exit, and we'll go down and we'll like
100%
skip Middle
down.
Belt.
It's worth it to skip this whole like
Yeah,
couple mile stretch of road.
it's terrible.
But
Dude,
yeah,
not good.
east is just like difficult.
And we just drive our cars on it.
Dude,
I
that's
know,
why
dude.
I'm saying 2023 is the year of maxing your suspension out.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be low. Raise
We're
your
going
car as much
opposite
as you
way.
can.
No bumpers.
Coilovers are directional. I can't do it.
No,
It's a
monster
one-time
cars
use.
only
Check
with no
valve on the
bumpers.
coilovers.
Yep. I can't do it. I'm still low. all
Dude,
the
if
way.
you
Yeah.
can't fit
I-
a fist between your tire and your fender,
I've got an
you're wrong.
excuse.
Right.
My coilovers are maxed out.
What are you on?
Silvers.
BC Racing?
Fuck
Is that what it is?
no.
I don't know
No,
what those
silvers
are.
are
Fuck
way
BC
better.
Racing. Yeah. No, it's silver. Like silver's Neomax.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're good coilovers.
They're sick. I've heard. It's actually a funny story with that. So, like, I always heard good things. All the drift guys, that like, you know, people in FDR running, like, I've heard nothing but good things. And this was around the time that I was switching from the 180 to the Sylvia, and I was like, all right, like, I want like good performing coilovers. So I went from like Scale. I don't know if you know who Scale is.
Mhm.
They're a company out of Quebec. They did like a lot more like the stance side of things, I would say. So like I had some spec'd out like 22K, like super ultra god fucking hell low dirt nastiest fucking coil for the 180 SX because that car was gonna be slammed as fuck. So I was like, all right, I need to switch from those to like a good track coilover, and
Yeah.
I was like, all right, silvers, you know, seems to be the move. So I was like, I always like before I buy it, like if I know I'm gonna buy a brand new part, I like to reach out to them. Like I'm not one of those guys that ask for free coilovers, but I'm like, look, like I will shout you guys out, work with me, a little discount, you know, see what we can do. So I was like, I'm gonna reach out to Silvers, see if they want to work with me, whatever. I go on their Instagram, follow them, whatever, and like I don't know, something in me, I click like message, or you go to message them. I click message, all of a sudden I just see like a wall of messages, like from me to Silvers, and I'm like, what? I've never even heard of these people before. Like, what the fuck's happened? Like, this was all like last year, so I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So I go through all the messages. Turns out in 2018, like early 2018, when I like had just put the blue hatch out with the white wheels and like shit was popping off with that, they reached out to me and asked if I wanted like a set of coilovers for the blue hatch.
Wow.
And they're like, oh, we'll give you like, I don't know what they said, if it was like half off or whatever, like to get me on a new set of coilovers. Sick. And this is, bro, like the blue hatch was literally on like Megan coils with like PBM springs. Like they were, you know, like I needed good coils for that car. But I looked at my messages and I said back to them, yo, like, I don't really have the money for that right now. I'm in university. I don't really have the money to spend on new coils. Don't really need them. And they were like, yeah, well, if you ever need anything, hit us back up. And like, that was kind of where I left them back in 2018. So 3 years later, I'm like, shit, like they already tried. So I'm like, all right, this is in the bag now. So like, I messaged them again and I was like, hey, like, I know it's been about 4 years, but but I was like, this is it. This is what's going on. Rebuilding the Sylvia, this and that. And they hit me back up and they're like, oh, like, we would absolutely love to help you. That's great and all, but we sold all of the rights to Silvers in Canada to a company called iRace. I don't know if any of you heard of iRace Autosports.
No,
it's
I
like,
don't think so.
I don't know, it's like a big parts distributor here. Like, not Turn 14 because they're like a vendor, right?
That's what I was gonna say.
No,
you're a distributor.
Yeah.
They're like a retailer.
Okay, so like Vivid Racing or something.
Yeah, something like that, or like a Summit Racing for like Japanese shit in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like everyone knows iRace. I've bought a couple things off them before when I was in a pinch need or whatever. So they're like, yeah, we sold all of Silvers Canada to him, so anything Canadian and Silvers related has to go through him. So it's like, all right, well, like I might as well shoot my shot at him. But then I was like, fuck, if he owns iRace, I might as well kill two birds with one stone and see if he wants to sponsor me through iRace and through Silvers. So I wrote up this long email to him, and yeah, sure enough, he was right on board and gave me my Silvers for like an absolutely bitchin' price. I'm not gonna say any numbers, but got me a sick hookup on that. And ever since, all my parts, any hard parts really, that's like not random shit from the States, yeah, I get it all through him. I just bought all the pistons and rods and stuff through him. So yeah, that's how I got on Silvers for sick. A sick price.
That's really cool. Dude.
Honestly, they're one of the best coils I've ever driven on.
Yeah.
A lot of the coils I've driven on were like stance spec shit, so like it's kind of like a different comparison. But man, they drive just so smooth. No weird noises, no clunks. Just
I've had eBay coils on my car for like 6 years. 7
I have
years.
max peeing rods.
Oh no!
Is that what's on your car? Didn't you
on the
want,
14.
Did you get new ones since South Point? Or
No, I still got the same ones.
Okay,
I haven't
those are
bought
soft.
new coilovers yet. They're bad. It was like a struggle. I came over here, like, what was it, the weekend before we went to Canada? Because I was like, I've never even clutch kicked this car. I got to see what happens. So me and Nick went and tested it out, and it was like gripped up.
It's like E46 body roll in an S14.
It was bad.
Completely, like, really having to chuck it.
Yeah, that's soft.
Yeah, like it was like manipulating the car's suspension so bad that it wouldn't even like stay in drift almost.
Yeah.
Like we needed.
I couldn't even transition with it.
Yeah.
And then once I cranked up the preload on it to stiffen them a little bit.
Yeah.
And put some tire pressure in it, and it was it did okay.
Finally,
It looks cool at South Point.
Yeah, it drove.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a couple sweet pictures of you like on the entry that like bending down like almost three-wheeling.
I was all over the dirt.
Dude, it looks sweet.
I know
though.
you told me not to.
That's what every track says.
But like
I'll be thinking about you when I'm shoveling.
with those coilovers, I literally couldn't go shallow.
Yeah.
Like they were that soft that I was at the edge of that track the entire time.
That's so funny.
Next time I'll help you shovel.
Yeah, but you guys use Quickcrete over there or no?
Well, no, it's just like the grass on the outside of the curb, so we're just finding
Just put the
whatever.
dirt back. Right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like half these guys are ripping off just like straight fucking 2-foot sections of sod. They're going like unroll like sections of grass back into their place.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's getting bad. And on the outside of like, so you enter turn 1, like 2, I guess.
Yeah.
On the outside of this turn before you come back this way,
It's bad.
like we're actually taking away at the track.
You know how you fix
Like
that?
we're pulling the track back.
Big tractor tires.
Yeah, dude.
just
like our local track.
Yeah,
just
big
giant-
tractor
Or you
tires.
put what do they call the dip when they angle the track like that?
I don't
like
know
it
what they call
fucking-
it, but you're talking like a Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
like a Nico drop. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
We just need to get some Quickcrete out there and put a drop in.
For real.
See the problem in it? Like,
Yeah.
That one hurts.
Yeah, everything hurts at
no,
yours.
the problem is like first and foremost, we are a go-kart track before we are a drift event.
Yeah.
So anything that gets done at that place has to cater to the go-karts and the go-karting series before it takes us into account. So like any repairs we do, like it's all keeping go-karts in mind and the go-kart racing line of the track.
So people will go. There's like shifter carts that race there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I've flagged like karting events out there.
That's
like it's
sick.
it's pretty big shit. Like imagine like even more people than a South Point event. Like
dude, I'd go out.
That's
I'm like down to just go for a little trip.
That's Fabio's roots. That's where he grew up, his kart race. That's how he has his ties with the track. He like grew up wrenching on racing karts and like wrenching for some of the biggest racing teams around. Like he used to, they used to fly him out to Florida to go like wrench on go-karts and shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So even still, I think he's going to Florida in like a few weeks. One of the racing teams reached out and asked if he would come work for him for a bit again.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
So yeah, that's like with that track, everything's about the go-kart community before it is about us. Because like they pay membership fees to be at that track.
Yeah.
Like they actually go and practice like during the week. Like they pay a yearly membership to have access to the track. So
yeah,
that's pretty common though. Like we have Gingerman out here, and like when you host an event in Gingerman, you have to pay extra to drift the whole track.
What?
Yeah, like if you get Gingerman for drifting, it's like they have like their drift price. You have to pay extra for drifting on top of the track stuff. And then if you want to do like the whole back mile of the track, it's like another charge on top of that. They only want you doing the front like
That's
four
crazy.
corners.
Yeah, and it's such a large 4-corner section that like you need. I mean, I'm sure one of us could hit it or whatever, but
Have you been on that track?
no, not once.
The back is even bigger.
Really?
Yeah. The
I've
front's
never even
like
been
the
on a
small.
ride along.
Really?
I want to go this
insane.
year. I want to see what it's like.
You should come out. Yeah,
I
for
know,
sure.
I know, I need to. Also, I want to go to. I didn't even know anything about Hyperfest.
I've heard about it.
Where's that at?
Huh?
Chicago?
Virginia.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like Grid Life but smaller.
That's kind of the vibes I was getting.
Yeah.
One of so the guy who does all my merchandise for Ricer Gang, his name is Brad. He owns 5-2 Graphics, and he's now doing the merch for. He gave me a whole long list. There's like Drift HQ, Hyperfest. I'd have to pull up the list. Like a bunch of like drift events and stuff. And I guess he's going to Hyperfest and asked if I wanted to come. So I'm thinking about it. But it's a long way to drag the car. 11 hours. If I'm doing that, I'd rather just go to US Air.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, US Air's sick.
Yeah.
No, that's on my list for this
It's
year.
so
Like
worth it.
I will sacrifice driving multiple Canadian events if I get to drive US Air once. Like
That's on my
worth
list.
it.
Would
That's
you
on my
trailer
like my bucket list
Did you
track.
trailer?
If I'm bringing the Sylvia, I would trailer it. If things go as planned, I want to drive the FRS there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But the thing is, I'd be following Fabio and John with the trucks and trailers. So like I would have like some
Okay.
backup if I
Yeah.
need.
That's sick.
But I don't think I would drive. This Sylvia would be a tough drive.
You can do
10,
it. Alan
10,
does
11.
it. You can do it.
I could. No, I could.
We should
Do I
all-
want to?
No.
Straight to US Air next year. No one takes
I'll
a
do
If it was
trailer next
E,
year.
I've done it. I'd do it.
I won't even drive with you guys. I'll street drive there.
No, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just
right.
saying, none of us bring trailers next
Because
year.
I'm not getting in the final
Everyone
bout.
street drives.
Dude, still, I mean, like, I've signed up for 2 events that aren't final bout, but, like,
Yeah.
it's so much fun to drive. It's worth it.
Dude,
I probably will.
Real
this year.
Bash
I'll
was
sign up
super
for
fun.
like Real Bash.
Yeah, I
Real
would say
Bash.
like Real
Real
Bash.
Bash
Is that what you drove? Real Bash?
amazing.
Yeah, I've driven that twice, and it's, like, been an
Yeah, I'll
awesome
probably
time.
do that.
Mostly only because it's a 2-day, and both times I think almost every time for that event, they've driven at night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like, that's pretty cool. I like being able to drive at night.
Yeah,
And
no,
their
that's-
grid workers are amazing. So there's like 0 downtime ever.
Mhm.
They're
Yeah.
always sending
It just
people.
ran well.
It's
such
very,
a big
very
track,
well
though,
ran.
that you can do that.
Mhm.
Like,
No, I
Because you have the
that's-
2 different tracks too.
So much
it's
bigger than
like-
what we're used to.
yeah.
It's
Right.
probably like some people will go there and be like, this property's kind of small.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They go to the airstrip, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, it
Dude.
looks like a ton of fun. Like definitely, that's my goal for the year. I would say that's like the one thing I'm like, gotta
Yeah.
do US Air.
It's
Yeah.
worth it. Like, you're not going to find anything else like it.
No, that's what I mean. Like just the feeling of the elevation change is probably so
It's
fun.
pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
It's way more intense than that video game display.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
that's what I mean.
Like,
Like
you feel it like you're.
oh
pushing-
yeah,
It's
like,
kind of
like,
cool
not
though
really,
because it
but,
like
you know.
almost drives itself. It's like you're on rails
Yeah.
going through it. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
track
the way it-
guides you
yeah.
so well. It's super fun.
And they just recently added some, like, they didn't really widen it a whole lot, but, like, in a lot of areas that, like, people would go off because that's a big go-karting track, too.
It was dug out there. Like.
Yeah. They just added, like, by the wall,
Mm-hmm.
they added it, like, stretched out right before it, like, turns up and goes back up to the, like, towards the back of the track. And I don't know if you ever seen that post going around on the internet where it was, like, places you do not want to be at US Air.
The fence.
Dude, so true. There's, like, I messed up a RGD, like, a Bennett, like, oblong on that. There's, like, a block of concrete that starts, like,
and it's like a foot deep.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
No, it's like a third of a meter.
This man, I got air in his car. I got air in his Miata. He hit it at full blown, like, top of second gear. Like, he was almost spinning out and, like, got it this way, but, like, right into the ditch, dude. Swear to God, air. And
it was a gnarly one.
Were you at the Flat Rock event back in the day where the dude went off? And Flat Rock's the same. It's got, like, a corner.
Yeah.
For the X in the oval, and then it's like a foot deep. And this dude hit it straight on and like ripped the subframe out from under the car.
I'm surprised nothing broke when I hit that.
The car went like that high up in the air. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's like
you can hear it in the video too.
Yeah,
because you took video. Of
I think that was actually the event you were supposed to go to.
Probably
because I remember I drove that event.
October 2018.
Yeah,
that was my first event with Flat Rock.
And then Auto City was the weekend after. That because that was like the last time I drove the black car before Canada.
Dude, there's a gnarly video I have saved of some dude in an E36 at Drift Indy, completely ripping the front end off on like the corner before the wall.
Oh, fuck,
dude, that hurts.
Dude, that was like the whole fender.
Yeah.
That's a bad spot.
That was hood deep in the ditch.
I'm going for it this year. I'm gonna total my car on that one.
Oh man, I hit that spot. It's not fun, dude.
Yeah, that's not good.
I didn't hit it that hard though. He entered in early on that.
Yeah.
His both wheels went through that ditch.
I've rode a couple curbs a little bit harsh, and the inside of my wheels are fucked. So I don't want to know what these guys are doing to their cars.
This is like standard for us. If you want to go drifting, that's the track.
Yeah,
that's why we're so grateful you guys started doing South Point,
right?
Because that's it. That's actually the best track.
that is the best track around.
That's the good one.
4 hours away. It's the best.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Not high quality over here in Michigan.
No.
Do that or just get a nice little ticket on the street.
It's Detroit. You don't get tickets for that, do you?
Oh, yeah. Because takeovers.
Takeovers ruined it all.
It used to be fine. We used to go hit street spots for like hours.
Yeah.
The cops would show up and they'd be like, "What are you guys doing?" And we're like, "Not selling drugs or shooting people."
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
I remember when I went, like the first time I met Mike Love, I came over I was getting fenders from this kid named Juddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that was my first time, like, being over here. And I met Mike, and who else was there? What's his name at the 370Z? Kevin?
Yeah.
So we went.
What's his name?
Motown, yeah.
Motown
37, yeah. So that was my first time, like, being out here for anything drift related. And yeah, they just went and seshed like a warehouse for like 2 hours straight. And I was like, are we gonna leave soon?
Nope.
Or like
The warehouse spot was cool.
Yeah.
I never went, but I know what you're talking about.
It was pretty sick. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were chilling.
Dude, somebody hit my.
Oh, that was when I met Chris Barker too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I went to his birthday party at his house.
I think I was there.
You were.
Party,
you were there.
I was supposed to go to that. I forget what I was doing.
Dude, that was the night I just bought my truck like a month or prior to that, and I parked there that night, and it got sideswiped. I know, dude. Tragic day. But
dude, was that with Tristan there too, or no?
No, I don't think he was there because
that's when Chris moved into Taylor.
Yeah, he just moved to Taylor.
Yeah, and he had his tail on the gate. Remember that?
His tail?
His tail light on the gate. And he broke his R32 tail lights.
I didn't do nothing.
No, Tristan did.
Oh, I wasn't there. I'm not gonna speak on that. Someone crashed street drifting.
Yeah, someone crashed.
I don't even know because he hit a gate or something and like some nice glass headlights, whatever. I don't know. Something happened that night.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, I know. Saying right.
It's fine.
But yeah, dude, Chris Barker.
What a guy.
Toyota Lord. He's still working on his SC.
Yeah.
Does he
Try to
still
get him
have
out
it? He
here.
didn't sell it?
Dude, I was actually at his house and some kid was like, "Yeah, I'll buy it. Like, give me a couple days." Like, said like they shook hands and everything. And 3 days later, Chris was like, "Yeah, the kid's not gonna buy it anymore." I was like, I didn't.
I keep
seem
yelling
very
at Chris.
confident.
I'm like, dude, just finish your car. He's sold it like 3 times now.
I know.
And I'm like, come on, just keep it and finish it.
It'd be nice. He's got like a good running car and everything right now. The SC's like pretty nice for Chris Barker for sure. You know, sometimes it's just like not even like have a motor in it.
Yeah.
So
It's low, it runs and drives.
exactly.
It's a step up.
Has buddy clubs, chrome buddy clubs. Well, dude, I think I'm about to run out of memory here.
That's all good. I think we've had a good,
Yeah, I did.
good little
I
talk.
absolutely agree. Talk some drift another time, maybe after next South Point. Bro.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, you boys will be out there sooner than later.
Yeah, and maybe by that time you'll have some KA to FRS parts available.
Yeah, the FRSK swap will hopefully be available, and you will hopefully see my car ripping at South Point.
Yeah, dude. We'll get that. Or if you go to US Air, dude.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be a good one.
Partake in some
Oh yeah,
kind
you're
of
coming.
involvement, maybe.
You're
I'll come
coming.
up.
Don't worry.
I'll be there for
Yeah,
sure.
we're all going. I ain't going there alone.
Hey, bro.
Okay.
Thanks.
Peace out, America.
Peace out, America.